Welcome to Steo Psych. I'm Stephen Downing. I'm a clinical psychologist from Australia, and I'm kind of restarting this channel to be able to share some of the things that I find fun about psychology. The early content on the channel was focused on like specific psychological principles, things like that, things that you might find in undergraduate study, and a lot of that was to facilitate my own learning of topics, and I certainly had a bit of fun in doing that. But this channel I plan to be useful for people who are either just curious about psychology. It might be that you see a psychologist and you wonder how we think and they don't share a lot about how we think. Or it might be that you would like to be a psychologist or you're an aspiring therapist and you sort of want to see how a psychologist tackles topics and issues. I want this to be the sort of channel where you can see me in real time sort of hit things. I plan on using content from Reddit predominantly to show how I think about an issue and how I would sort of tackle teasing that apart into something that I could work with somebody in real time and really demonstrate the thinking behind what is it we do. Because people often see what we do, but they're not quite sure why we do it. And I hope to sort of demonstrate some of that thinking behind it. I need to be clear, I'll be speaking in generic terms. Nothing I say could be applied to any individual circumstance. And the reason is I will usually in these online things, be working with very little information, where I have virtually no ability to clarify details that I would need to be able to get specific about what an individual could or should do. However, I think there'll be generalizable principles around where treatment would sort of see or where a psychologist would see areas that could lead to future treatment. The sorts of things we find interesting about how an individual thinks about themselves, what they reveal about themselves in the way that they talk, and the sorts of sort of lifestyle, stage, and sort of situation issues that draw our attention that might not draw somebody else's attention, or that people who haven't trained in psychology might not think about. And that can just be a bit of a fun process. It's something that I certainly enjoy. It's a process we call formulation. But again, this is not specific to any individual thing that we study. I want to demonstrate the principles that a psychologist would apply in breaking down some of these situations. So keeping things generalizable, nothing that I say should be taken as direct advice or anything like that. And to be honest, it also shouldn't be taken as gospel. I'm human, I make mistakes. All therapists make mistakes. You know, this is why we do supervision with each other and things like that, because, you know, whenever we come to a situation, we are human and trapped within our own biases, and sometimes we just miss things. I'm completely confident that I will be a perfect demonstration of that over time, where I miss things that are sometimes unforgivably, glaringly obvious. That's the nature of psychology. Sometimes it's missing, and unfortunately, when you have a human therapist, we miss things. That's the nature of it. So if you enjoy the channel, stick around, like the videos that you like, subscribe if you want to get notifications of when I put content out, and I'm sure you'll see over time what we're doing with the channel. I think it'll be a fun time to break down some of this stuff and see how we go. So thanks for joining us, and I shall see you again. See ya.